All right, parents, I know a lot of us are feeling the stress and the intensity of the holidays coming up. There's so many complicated parts and pieces here, and I'll likely be doing more videos on those. And what I want to focus on today is how to navigate the intensity of letting down our kids and their expectations and the disappointment or the potential disappointment of all of that and what we're going to do. And I want to offer that from the platform I come from, how we can wake up our consciousness and awareness to filter and sort and navigate the complexity there and what else is possible if we're able to look through a different lens. So let's dive in. So we've all been in this pandemic for a while now. We may have been hoping that there would be a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's kind of feeling like it's getting a bit darker before. We've been learning and adapting and shifting and changing over the past 8 or 9 months, and we are going to have to continue to do that. I think we all were excited about the holiday season, hopeful, and also knew the reality that with being inside more and with just the timeline, it looked like it wasn't going to be the holidays we expected. And as parents, we're having to navigate all of that and the communication of that and the organizational decision making of that to our kids. We are really feeling the piece of wanting them to be happy and joyful and excited and blissed out in the most wonderful time of the year. And yet, there's a way where it's just not possible this year. And what else is possible? So as you can feel that heaviness sink of this is impossible, and how do we flip that and bring it a little bit of lightness and recognize where that heaviness of that this is so impossible comes from. So the first piece I want to put in here is my knowing and awareness, and from the Infinity Healing Toolbox that I use every day with my clients, this feels like it comes from this primal brain fight, flight, freeze reaction of needing to control our children's lives, needing them to never know pain, loss, or disappointment. And if we make that our life goal as a parent, we are going to fail. It's not possible to protect a person from betrayal, from discomfort. It's just life. Having a body is hard, and those things happen. And especially for our young children, we really create these bubbles around them as much as we can. And the container is getting louder. We were able to, without the pandemic, often be able to kind of pretend that things that were challenging don't exist. And yet, there are many families that know that that's not true. The world around us is really intense, whether there's a pandemic or not. And those families can share intimate details of how the world is unsafe and we can't always protect our children. So yes, this got dark real fast. And I want to acknowledge that our primal brains, our fight, flight, freeze reaction are hooked on moments like this that seem like the simplicity of, I'm just going to buy them 10 times as many gifts this year, it feels like it comes from this loop, this desire around safety and control. So take a breath there with all of that information, because that feels like a lot. And I want to offer you a primal brain clearing that comes from the practice that I teach and that I've been trained in. And it involves taking, if you'd like to do it, just a few minutes. You're going to take 2 fingers and put them behind your earlobes, on the hard part behind your earlobes on either side, and take a few breaths where you push on the inhale behind your earlobes and relax on the exhale. So taking 3 or 4 breaths, breathing in and pushing on the inhale, and exhaling and relaxing, and trying not to pause at the top or the bottom. Breathing in and pushing, and relaxing, and exhale, and 1 more, 2 more. And relax, and breathe in, and relax. And now switching where you push on the exhale. So a deep breath in, and push on the exhale, and breathe in, and push on the exhale, and breathe in, and push on the exhale. Thank you. So I can feel my nervous system calm a bit there. I hope you can too. It's a way of kind of unhooking us from the programming that's been working, that we have believed is keeping us safer. And if we unhook, we're able to open up to more consciousness and awareness. So the first piece in unhooking I'm wanting to offer is this piece of, okay, so what if that's true? What if we are programmed on this platform of safety and control? What are we going to do? How can I create a container that feels joyful for the holidays with acknowledging some of the disappointments that are going to be there? So I have a few ideas here. I've thought a bunch about this and I want to offer them to you. So the first one is this piece of just having clarity, honoring and being transparent about the details of what's going on around us. Transparent with yourself, acknowledging that this is a global piece that's going on. There are things that are out of our control and are unsafe. So not pretending that's not the story, and doing that with our kids in the way we're speaking to them as well. So not hiding, not pretending, not alluding to or not being clear. Use language they can understand, and just be really transparent about the details, about the intricate parts, the way it's affecting you. This moves into the second piece of really being transparent about the way it's affecting you. Show your emotions. You don't need to hide that from your children, and make space for them to show theirs. Feel the WTF-ness of this and how it really just sucks. And there might be moments where you're going to grieve with your children about how many changes there have been and how awful it is and complicated and disappointing, and feel those emotions and make space for that. The third option I want to offer is a little bit lighter. It's this piece of, we are talking about how we are making and adapting a lot of our old traditions to come into the realities of this environment. I know a lot of people are talking about that. Oh, we'll do a virtual meal this way, or we'll do an outside event this way. All of that feels safe as much as it is in your community. And there's all these adaptations of the old. I want to bring in just the curiosity of also bringing in newness. This is a year to bring in new traditions. We're already in this adapting place. Why not bring in something brand new for your family, whether it's a different type of meal or a different activity or doing something that you've never done before, and just taking off those blocks of consciousness where you can take them down and be like, oh, right, this is completely different. And keeping in mind safety, obviously, and keeping in mind the places where you don't have control, and how do you get to be an agent in the container around you within the boundaries as they are required. So that's the last piece of just acknowledging that there are things in this container that you have somehow possibly attached to. I can be the conductor. I am responsible for this global container for my child. And there's ways where you just have to let yourself off the hook and come to some consciousness of, this is where it is, this is where we are, and I still get to love my kid so big and figure out new ways that gets to look this holiday season. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, again, please click the like button down below, subscribe, click the bell so you can catch more of my videos. If you're interested in more from me, I have a free mini course down in the description called Ask Away. We use questions to wake up your awareness, and it's a 5-day free mini course. If you're really loving what I do and curious about doing one-on-one work, I'd love to book a free discovery call with you. The link is there down in the bottom in the description as well. Just getting a chance to know each other better and see if you are someone that would like to introduce some of the tools, some of the ways that I work with people in the world, and waking up your consciousness so you can navigate and filter and sort the intensity of being a human in this crazy world. So it's great to be with you as always. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.